What's up, guys? It is Marco TV here, and I'm here with my first top 5 ever on my channel. And well, yeah, that's basically the intro. So, coming in at the number 5 spot, as you see on the screen, we got the MR6. And the reason I put the MR6 here is, number one, it's kind of better than most of the primary guns in the game, and it's got a pretty high damage for a secondary, and that's pretty good. And fire rate's not too great because it's a single shot, obviously, but it's still got great damage and it's got good range. And once you put elo and some other attachments on it, it becomes really good. And yeah, that's basically it. And then there's some gameplay in the background showing the capabilities of the MR6. And coming in at the number 4 spot is the XR2 assault rifle. The reason I put this here is because once it's on target, it's an automatic kill. Once all 3 bursts hit, it's instant death basically. And it's kind of overpowered in that sense, but at the same time it's still underpowered, because if you miss one bullet, it's just a hit marker. But it's pretty good for range kills, and put a grip on it and quick draw, becomes really good. Recon, I just put it on there just for the range. But yeah, good damage. Fire rate not so high, accuracy is incredible, and range is pretty good. And that's coming in at the number 4 spot. And coming in at the number 3 spot is one of the fan favorites of the game, and that would be the KN-44. Now with the KN, it's kind of difficult to use, but at the same time it's still really good. Accuracy is kind of wild, but the damage and fire rate is high, which makes it overpowered. And I'm pretty sure there might be a nerf to the gun soon. If not, it's just going to continue to be one of the most dominant guns in the game by default, not DLC weapons. DLC weapons is a totally different story, but it's still a pretty good gun in the sense that its fire rate and damage is just out there. And that is coming in. And coming in at the number 2 spot is a shocker to some people, but it's the COD. And the reason I put this here is just an overall balanced gun. It's really balanced. Damage and everything isn't really too high, but the accuracy is high. Range isn't all that high. Damage is pretty modest, and fire rate is kind of up there, but it's still, there's something about the COD, just the way it feels and how fast it kills. It's just, I don't know, it makes up for all the stats on the sheet basically. And as the gameplay in the background, you see it's just destroying everything that comes in front of its path. And yeah, that's coming in at the number 1 spot. You might have guessed it. It is the Man of War. Now, the gameplay footage in the background isn't a good interpretation of the Man of War, because I'm not really all too good with it, but I've played with it before, and this just isn't a good gameplay. I didn't have a good one, but I decided to use it anyway. I don't know. But the damage is insane. It's just a 3-shot kill at most ranges, and fire rate's not too high, but the damage makes up for it. And yeah, range is pretty good. I think it's 4-shot at long range, and yeah, it's just an overall insane gun. And once you put the right attachments on it, it becomes even better. And coming in at the honorable mention spot for the 3rd spot, we have the Razorback. Razorback is it's kind of a odd gun, because the damage isn't high, but it kills fast. The range and accuracy is really good, but the fire rate isn't that high. But once you get the right attachments on it, it's just a monster. And that's probably why they got it to where you unlock it as one of the last guns in the submachine gun class. But once you put the right attachments on it, you get elo on there and rapid fire and FMJ. It becomes dominant. And that's coming in at the 3rd spot. for the honorable mentions. Coming in at the second spot for the honorable mentions is the KRM. Now, some people may be confused. It's a shotgun and it's a pump, but still, once you get on target with the gun, it's basically a one shot, one kill. But you have to be in close range. But one shot, one kill makes up for it. So that's coming in at the number 2 spot. And the number 1 spot for the honorable mentions is going to the Dingo. Now, the Dingo is, I say it's like the most underrated one out of all of the light machine guns, because in multiplayer, the rest shine above it. But the Dingo, if you use it, the fire rate makes up for everything. The fire rate, the way the bullets just come out the gun, and then the damage is modest. It's pretty good. So the fire rate is just combination with the damage. The gun just slays everybody in your path, and it's pretty good. The accuracy, it says it's high, but you get a lot of, not a lot, I'll say medium recoil with it, but it's still a pretty good light machine gun. Even though it slows you down, it'll make up for it if you have quick draw or something. And this is my top 5 default guns of Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Like, subscribe.